I am. What are you offering?
I have all my stuff. I don't see my kitchen table. So all the raffle stuff is there. The box of wine is on one side.
Can you? I don't know why not.
Can they hear me now?
You have to talk to your speaker. So I don't know anything about this window before. Let me see what I got.
Welcome to everybody online.
This
When I this way, I'm putting sideways. So this is. Can everybody hear me?
Gotta stand still long enough for me to see you. Give me 8 tickets. Give me tickets. 8 tickets. Me too. Thank you. We're doing it.
Yes, yes.
So it would be probably working better with separate microphone.
Last week, I give you.
I don't know where the sound was coming from. Probably from my volume off. But I wasn't using my computer hooked up to it before.
Mike, can you hear me?
Turn your volume off, microphone on.
Can you hear me?
Mike, can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Hello, Susan. I can hear you, but just
It's too noisy in here.
so much background noise.
I can't hear. Hold on.
Turn my speaker on. I have a bag. She asked me to bring a bag. Here. Give her these for next time. Thank you. We have Victor, Giovanni,
Yeah,
Mike Badkin.
but they're not guests.
For Tim, oh, I guess you don't need that. You're right. Shirley is Nancy. Orlando is not a member. And Sharon, Victor's wife.
You told me I would have never figured it out.
And Sharon is Victor's wife, but I don't see Rick.
Who do we got here?
I guess Lamon's son. And sitting over there with family.
Everyone is.
Is Lamon's son. And John Perry has his wife.
She is. She is right.
Jim Peak has his wife, Julie. Julie. Jay Ugalai. And this is the lyricist friend from us. And my guest is Jose. I'm sorry, Jay. O-S-E. J-I-N-E-Z. Here you go.
Call the meeting to order. I'm fine because I forgot the bell. But I have the gavel. Hey, meeting. I'll tell you later. Everyone would like to stand for the invocation of the list.
Hold on.
Dear God, on this day we approach you with a humble spirit, once you bless our meal in this congregation. The speaker you have elected for us, and our responsibility, goodness, and support, the peace of education we are about to see. Our time on this earth is precious while we go on about our journey. Teach us to love our neighbors as we love ourselves, to accept that adversity, stress, conflict, challenges, and situations were created for our own good, to grow mature, and for us to strengthen our faith, to be patient and respectful for one another, to never gratify the flesh or evil. Let each of us ask you, Father, to work in us, because you God have a better time for us.
And And, so there's a veteran, I asked veterans today to participate in our invocation. Also our pledge, our veteran, PDG Jim Peak.
United States of America, and to the republic one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice.
Thank you very much, and be seated. It's our first time meeting here at Movies, and so we're getting our district together. We have a little bit of sound issue in here. I hope that everyone on Zoom can hear us also. So we're going to give you along to the best we can with our technology working the best we can. We're going to start with our guests. I have Jim Peak with his, you like to introduce guest?
Woman, 58 years, my wife, Julie.
You're nervous, I guess you don't like your friend anymore, you're not sitting with your guests? What do I want to hear?
That's the third name that he asked me. So she got it first. Her name's Tony McNabb, who's also a veteran. But no, she got it right and she was like, yeah.
She's moving around and getting no more people. Very good. And I see that line on as a guest. Welcome. And I see John has a guest.
So I was just, my wife,
Welcome. I see on Zoom we have Shirley with Baldwin's, and I see Sharon's iPad. I don't see a video of her, so I think it's Sharon, but I don't see Rick. So I'm not really sure if Rick is attending, so I said Sharon. And so I just acknowledged him. Thank you. Okay, so I think I welcome all of our people. I hope you can hear us in the Zoom meeting. Can you give me a thumbs up if you can hear us? I see all thumbs down.
not the middle finger, a thumbs up.
Victor Arias is joining us. Mike Madigan is joining us. It looks like, I think it might be Brian or Annette. I'm not sure who's doing the Lions logo.
That's me.
Okay. Oh, there's Rick. Rick has joined us.
Orlando is here in person and on Zoom. I don't know, we've got split personality today. Okay. So welcome everyone. Thank you for coming. We have health welfare next. Our new member, Victor Beltran, recently had surgery. He's in the hospital and he's recuperating now. So we want to say, give our prayers and thoughts to Victor. And I just remember, I forgot my guest. I get mine again. My guest is, Jose Jimenez. So welcome. Okay, any other one for health and welfare? Is there anyone even that we can pray for?
And you know of.
Okay. All right, so moving on. First of all, I'd like to acknowledge our vets in honor of our guests here today. I want to have all our veterans stand up.
Thank you for your service, all the veterans.
Let everybody know that we have online. We have
Mike Gagnon as a veteran, and Bob Lizzie as a veteran. Okay.
We're going to use these hybrid meetings here. Last night we had training for presidents and secretaries. It was online, a Zoom meeting, and so it was very informative. Thank you for everyone who attended. Our uniform swap, I wanted to report that we had 288 families that were helped last Saturday.
Okay. The Very Service Project for our school uniform swaps,
288 families were helped. So I don't know how many children were involved with that, but there was a lot of people there. We're selling our Chihuahua tickets for a fundraiser. City Lionette, if you need to get Chihuahua tickets. We're going to go September 2nd, but the tickets are such that you can go online and pick another date. You pick your own seats. So you don't have to go September 2nd. That's not when our activity is going to be. And so next week, we're going to meet at Golden Corral. Because we're doing that because they have a television there that we can use, and our speaker has a PowerPoint. And we don't have vision right now to use the television, so I don't even know if we can hook up. But they did say we could hook up with the HDMI cord to our TV at Golden Corral. So that's why we're going to go back there at least this next week. So our speaker next week is from the 4-H. It's going to be curbing our carbon appetite and relating it to animals. And so I don't know how you get animals to curb their carbon appetite. We're going to find out next Friday.
Okay, so please come to
the Golden Corral next Friday. So
So
I have an award to give out.
My cakes, would you like to come forward, please? And put down your fork and swallow. I'm gonna give you this award now.
Not the first time I've heard that, won't be the last, I'm sure.
Thank you for being membership chair this past year.
Get all your time on the board. Would you come over here? You can see us. There we go. Mike Kingston's receiving the membership award, membership chair.
For all of his work on the board this past year, and also
Outstanding. Hours that he put in and all the activities during the year. We kept our points and he was in the top 10%. Oh. Thank you. Oh.
one more time, Mike, I should have let you sit down. This past year, Mike was voted to be our legacy lion.
Oh, wow. Okay, so the club has legacy lion. It's a club award, and we voted to represent us this year.
And Dolores, you'd like to come forward, please?
What'd she do? Dolores was named Lion of the Month for June. Stepping up to volunteer. So thank you. Thank you so much. I love Lion. Okay.
All the fun part is over now. Now, next, I'm going to call up Passage Governor John Ferry to introduce our speaker.
The joke
sporadic.
Thanks for the clap.
Shot that.
Fellow lines and guests, it's my opportunity to introduce our speaker. Dr. Collins, I have to tell you, I had to cut your bio way down. Our speaker, Dr. Evelyn Hollis, is a native of Hubbard, Ohio, who entered the U.S. Army in 1979. Although her military service began in the administrative field, numerous opportunities began to open, and she chose the road less followed. She pursued a career in combat arms, During this time, there was debate about whether women should serve in combat units. The road to the top of the enlisted field had not been easy. In her rise from private to command sergeant major, she served in various non-commissioned officers, leadership positions of distinction. Dr. Hollis was the first African-American woman in the U.S. Army history to assume duties as a command sergeant major for a combat unit. Her overseas assignments included tours in Germany and operational deployments to Southwest Asia and Iraq. Her military awards and decorations include the Legion of Merit, Bronze Star Medal, and numerous foreign and service awards. Now she holds a Doctorate of Management and dual major Masters of Arts degree in Human Resource Development and Management. You realize how hard it was to say all that? In 2018, the U.S. Army Women's Foundation Hall of Fame inducted Dr. Hollis into its roles of women who have contributed extraordinary service to our forces. She was recently named U.S. Army Training and Doctor of Command Educator of the Year. The competition involves 72 active duty National Guard reserve civilian stars from a pool of 10,000. Dr. Hollis resides in El Paso with her super awesome granddaughter. She is very active in supporting events and activities in and around Fort Bliss, El Paso community, and the Sergeant Major Academy. She enjoys reading and all the things an 8-year-old likes to do. ID, princesses, uniforms, ponies, a whole lot of other things. Fellow Lions guests, please join me in welcoming the Command Sergeant Major retired Dr. Evelyn. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Man, that was very awesome listening to all of that. You know what? It's such an honor and a pleasure to be here today with all of you. And I was a little apprehensive, a little worried about being your guest speaker today, but Minerva assured me that I will be fine and that I won't have to tell you every little detail of the last 42 years that I've been in service to not only my country, but to the Army as well. So hopefully it won't be like that. But yeah, I said 42 years I've been in service to my country and or in, you know, involved with military people. I think I'm still trying to be all I can be. And that is one of the things I wanted to say, because that's like my favorite, the favorite slogan I have that the Army came up with that I love. Be all you can be. Just the doors of opportunity that open up for someone who goes into the service, goes into the military. It's immeasurable. It is just immeasurable. I spent 28 years in the Army, and sometimes I get people who ask, well, why didn't you do 30? Well, I'll tell you know, I was going to be deployed again to Iraq. And my daughter said, or my granddaughter said, Nana. No, Nana. And I said, okay. All right. So I'm gonna retire at 28 years. I'm gonna just retire at 28 years versus doing 2 more years and taking another opportunity to go to Iraq for another rotation. And so I retired. Once I retired, it was quite different. You know, the military, being in the Army, and a lot of my time while in the Army, I spent right here at Fort Bliss. A lot of my time here at Fort Bliss. Now I have had those overseas. I was in Germany and several places in Germany, actually, in a lot of smaller regions, so Southwest Asia, many times over in that area. A few times once in Afghanistan. But the majority of my time was here at Fort Bliss. My background was air defense artillery. So, you know, air defense gained a lot of fame during Desert Storm, Desert Shield. If you remember back then, some of the accolades that the units got in the defense during that time. But, and El Paso has been great. Fort Bliss is a great base. It has a great relationship, in my opinion, with the El Paso community, and always has everyone that's involved on the base is always looking for some opportunities to come out and help the community just as well, working hand in hand in partnership with the El Paso community. Not only do we get a lot from the El Paso community, but also that the soldiers and families are giving as well to the community. So 28 years in the Army. How I initially joined the Army seems to be an interesting story because I graduated high school and just was working, going to school, community college. And one day, just me and my mom walking through downtown, Hubbard, Ohio, a very small little place. And she says, "Hey, hon, I always wanted to join the Army." I was like, yeah. Go in. When I come out, I had just easy over that. So I did, and that has not stopped me. It really has been awesome, such an awesome experience. I can't even stop not working with the military. That's what's so funny about it all. I just saw the things that you could do, like in the bio when I came in 1979. That was the time when they were thinking about women and what jobs would women do in the military. And my initial job was as an administrative specialist, but and that particular track, promotion-wise job that I was in, I was to be a specialist in administrative instruction. And all those types of things. However, once I heard about being a sergeant, being a first sergeant, being a leader, like, in that particular job, I would not have that opportunity. So I said I have to change my MLS so I can be in a job where I can be service, where I can be that role model for them. And so I changed my MLS there. Artillery came to El Paso, Texas in 1985. 1985, and that began my job as a sergeant, as a leader, taking care of soldiers, which I still to this day totally enjoy, and just being able to give to them what that soldiers had given to me, and be that leader for them, be that role model, and really show the skills that one may need in order to manage people. As a battalion master major, I had over 700 soldiers, and managing and leading in reality, managing people and leading was really an awesome job. Took a lot of time, but well worth it, and being able to be that role model for them as well. Once I got out of the military, so I retired, and I thought, well, I think I like the whole idea of educating, managing, teaching. So I worked in El Paso School District, then School District as a substitute teacher for English and for math and science. So I did that for a few years. I was teaching up to 8th grade, in those subject areas. But, you know, I kind of got tired of, 12 and 13 years olds. It was kind of tough. Because you're trying to identify. Well, it is kind of difficult because 12 and 13-year-olds, they want to look the same as everyone. They don't want to stick out. They want to be the same. So that was pretty interesting. I said, I think I need to, first off, move back to the adult arena and leave the school district. So I did that for a few years, and I ended up applying over at the Sergeant Major Academy, considering that I had been a command sergeant major, had taken my battalion, the 1st Battalion, 1st Air Defense Artillery, to Iraq, and managed that battalion while I was over there, and led that battalion while I was there in Iraq. So I was like, yeah, I think I want to teach adults. So I did that, and now I teach. I'm an associate assistant professor. Get those two terms mixed up. And where I teach future leaders, future sergeants majors. So we are beginning to start a class, class 72, and it starts on 5 August. We're just really close to when schools are starting for the school districts, 2 August. So, and that has been such an awesome experience, just being able to, I teach leadership, I teach military history as part of the curriculum, and to anywhere from 16 to 20 students per semester, and we go for 5 semesters, a year long, almost a year long. So, but definitely more rewarding. I don't have to deal with 12 or 13-year-olds, and it can be a little challenging still though, because even though they're senior military leaders, they are still students and still have some apprehension about papers and tests and things like that. So it has been an experience, but that is what I do now. And I certainly enjoy it a lot. One thing I wanted to just kind of talk about was that I felt that my military experiences have really helped me just be a great civilian. Because when I'm on the work list, it's kind of like you're in your own little community. But everything that I learned, being a leader, being able to work with all types of people from all over the world, has really helped me be good as a civilian and stand up or be a person of moral and honorable integrity and hold those types of values in mind. So I would like to open it up for questions if you have any at all. I know, not sure if.
I have a question. Those books in there, tell us about those.
Oh gosh, I completely forgot about that. So in order, as I was working on my doctorate, I had wanted to publish my research. And so I wrote a chapter in this book called The Refractive Thinker. And I wrote chapter 7, and it's about chapter 7 to it. I was really development of practice for constructive management and dynamic leadership. And so it's really based on my research of just really trying to look at what are those practices that will bring about those types of abilities for non-commissioned officers. So I wrote that, been featured in this book called 100 Sergeant Majors of Color. So this was one of the textbooks. There are some other textbooks, not sure Didn't look them up or anything, but I did know that they were, I was featured in those as well. And I brought also my poster from when I was selected to be Educator of the Year. I had to go to Fort Eustis, Virginia. So during that time, of course, took the granddaughter, we went to Virginia Beach. And they gave me this and I was like, I'm flying back to El Paso. Not luggage size. So the granddaughter, Ava, she was just walking around, you know, the whole time, we were all going until we got back to El Paso. But that was I felt really excited about winning that. I was the only person and at the Sardis Major Academy to be able to achieve the Educator of the Year. So I felt really, I was really proud that I went through all of those hurdles in order to make it, all those competitions. And so I did feel really, really proud about reaching that. I've also written other articles in the NCO Journal, the 21st Century Soldier, Reflections on Leading Values and Beliefs. And for that particular article, actually I brought it. And if you guys don't mind, I would like to read you a poem that I wrote for this article. How it came about is I queried all of the different leaders, whether it be students or instructors, and asked them, what are your thoughts on leading, values, and beliefs? And I wrote it this past year because, you know, it seems like our country is kind of like in a lot of turmoil kind of right now. So I wanted to see what they thought. We're not gonna talk politics, but just kind of, it is a little a lot of turmoil maybe. But I wanted to see how soldiers felt, how people felt about leading. What did they feel about their service to the country? What did they feel about their beliefs? So I personally wrote about my service, and I wrote, watching the sunrise as I am running to moments of pride, the stars and stripes waving, heart pumping, blood coursing through my veins, bloodshed, not today, running colorless for life, equality, equal, no, not equal, running towards justice, still hopeful, not hopeless, running for we, the people, Black, white, all Americans, running as if I had wings to freedom, liberty, maybe running from liberty, running from history, running in homage to my country, running I ask, why me? Running I answer, why not? And that was my, it was it's a very good article, and you just kind of really get to feel for how people feel about leading, about the values they have, the beliefs they have in these particular turbulent times, especially for military people where maybe they don't get the voice, maybe some inner feelings that they have because of different regulations.
I think there were a couple more questions. Yes, Sandy. Can you tell us how many women are starting?
Oh gosh, I do not know overall. There are quite a few. Like in the Army, there is over 589,000 people. 14% of that number are just 14%. So often, yes, we got that other 86% that we must master and deal with. Just kidding, just kidding. We, as a team, we all bring our unique qualities in order to accomplish the mission.
So I am not 12 years old, so I'm going to give you a hard question, but I'm pretty sure that you're going to get it.
Okay.
Because we have to educate our non-veterans about what's happening in the military. So I'm pretty sure that you heard the last news of the armed forces team that we had the fact that they were going to take the prosecution of some crimes within the military away from the armed forces and give it to investigators. How do you feel about that as a sergeant major?
That's a good question. Absolutely. So, well, I don't know. To tell you the truth, like we have been having just as many challenges with sexual harassment, sexual assault now as the regular civilian community. And the call from many Congress people to take those administrative and those legal responsibilities away from the commander. And then, so it's been passed where a separate entity will come in and investigate that. I think that it will be beneficial because you have another set of outside eyes, but it also will weaken the trust that many soldiers have in their leadership. And it is not to say that that doesn't happen, but a lot of organizations, we have leaders that are doing the things that they need to do in order to ensure that the investigations are done thoroughly. It does seem that these incidents have created an atmosphere where our civilian overseers have lost confidence in our commanders. And it's unfortunate because not all organizations are like, they're not. A lot of them can get that work done without an outside entity.
Line Mike and line Mark.
Yeah, first, I just want to, on behalf of all of us, thank you for your service.
It's truly my pleasure.
Secondly, just to give you a little background, I was before at Edison, Texas A&M. So
Find him.
would you agree that probably the finest officers you've ever served with?
Find him again.
I am so sure that is probably true. I believe that. Those officers are probably just as fine as our officers from West Point.
Line Mark.
You mentioned that you had moved the military into local ISDs here. Was that a transition for you? Did you have to make any adjustments? Is the administration different than the military? Did you find that frustrating or smooth, or how did that work out?
So they have an awesome program for when veterans get out, where they help you do all those types of things. So I did the teachers program. So I completed that, and then I went to the school district, and I felt it was a little frustrating because first off, they kind of looked at me and said, well, you got a lot of years of service and you might be a little heavy-handed with that with children. And I thought, well, no, I'm a fast learner. I can figure out how to work that. But I was up against, because when I retired, my age and the system, if you will, of how school districts work and principals and teachers and all those types of things. So I was kind of coming in, of course, at the bottom. And, there is a structure or a group or a way of traveling from teacher to an administrator and on and on and on. So it was kind of, it was similar, but it was frustrating because I really felt like I had a lot of experience. And to this day, I still get calls from some of my teacher friends that say, hey, could you spot my class? Because I'm not going to be. And I'm like, I haven't been doing that for a long time. But it was difficult at my age, I think. I think like for the young graduates from UTEP that go into the school district, that it is a lot easier. I think my experience just was something that they didn't want to have to possibly do. Because, for those 12 and 13-year-olds, when they came to school, a lot of them had a phone, and that would be a big no-go. Now, they would have a phone, but they wouldn't have a pencil. That's why they would have a phone, but not a pencil. I was like, well, here's a pencil. That's what we're going to be needing.
Dr. Hollis, Major, push back a little bit.
Okay.
The best recruiting slogan was, it's not just a job, it's an adventure.
Adventure, of course, after Be All You Can Be. I believe that's a commercial with, oh my God. I absolutely do.
Since you've got both its ability and that's conversation about what do you find to be the most challenging area of leadership?
I think like the most challenging thing that leaders face is maintaining a level of motivation within your folks and figuring out how do you influence that so that they are going to be giving their 100% every single day. That I think is a challenge because, and I think that's a challenge for any organization. It's how do you influence? What type of tactic are you going to use to, get everybody on board with what's going on and get them motivated to do just that? And it can be a challenge. And, you can't, the days of do as I say, because I told you so, that's not the way it is today. With the different generations too that you deal with. I look sometimes at those leaders and I'm like, man, I'm so glad I'm not in the Army anymore, actually, because I think I would be challenged with that every single day to, keep them motivated and keep them out there doing 100% with all of the different challenges we have in the world. Yeah, absolutely. Very good. It's 12:52.
Okay, one more question. I know that the military is at war. I did 29 years here. And suicide prevention. And this morning, I read an article from the Army Times talking about for Leonard work and talking about the new incoming individuals. So what is it going to take for the military to fix this problem?
Suicide prevention or suicide in general? I think really what it's going to take is a wholehearted push on understanding how to be resilient in all aspects of your life. That's really what I believe we need to do. And we implement a lot of different things. But I think you need a lot of buy-in from the top leaders. You need a lot of buy-in from those middle leaders so that focus on resilience. How do I be resilient in the face of a challenge or issue? Like those types of skills, give people those types of skills. How do I deal with this? And I think if, you know, again, in order to do that, how do our top leaders influence that situation? By the implementation of resilience into our forces, which we do have, but we really need everyone, those top leaders and those middle leaders and managers to, you know, buy into and do that type of education and training for our soldiers. And I think the more resilient you are, the less then that you will, you know, think about suicide.
Very good. Thank you so much.
Oh my God, that is
Give that to your granddaughter.
Home baked item from Miss Betty Crocker, Lion Levon.
Oh.
Enjoy.
Oh,
And
God.
well, you are a true American hero right here with me, and I'm so proud and honored to have you here.
Yeah.
Okay. And so now today, we're going to have our raffle that I want to announce that we're going to start implementing our fines because we're meeting in person now. And so if you do not wear your Lions vest or a Lions shirt or Lions emblem, then you get fined. So all out, baby. Get them on, honey. Get them on.
Yeah, you're right here.
So as Lion Sandy is calling out the raffle tickets, then she's also going to be coming around and getting how much? We'll say $1. $1 for not having your vest or a lion.
She's gonna take care of my fines today.
All righty then, so our prizes are right over here. We have if you haven't gotten to look at them, we have a bottle of wine, sunflower table runner, a book on ballooning with a little balloon, a bag of kitchen items, and a bag of rice. Susan wants us to have better prizes, so we're gonna have bigger prizes and little prizes in a bag. So they're like, hey, people really love that bread. They're gonna fight you for it, so be careful. First number is 899. Last three, 899. Last three, 899. See it? She always wins. Okay, the last 3, 9, 3, 6.
9, 3, 6. Not even close.
9, 3, 6. Last three. Nobody.
I got it.
Oh, finally. Wait.
I was being harassed.
Okay, the next three, last three, 9, 3, 7. It's probably yours too. 9, 3, 7. Right beside that. Do you have 9, 3, 7?
I do. That's what you get.
I'm doing some other people. Okay. 9, 1, 3.
913.
That's a girly present. That's a girly. That's a girly.
I have a wife.
Yes, yeah. That goes with it. That goes with it. 917. That's the last one. 917. Well, just come get your prize. All right. We had a great meeting. Thank you, everybody, for coming. And if there's nothing else for the good of Lionism, we stand adjourned.
Bye-bye. Bye, Susan.